Hi guys, so this video is going to be about first signs or symptoms of when I first got pregnant. Please do not mind my tan line here, my backpack that I wore during my hike. It's like really bad. But yeah, let's get into the video. So I wanted to talk to you guys about when I first found out I was pregnant. We're gonna go back a little bit because I found out when I was a month and a half pregnant. So me and my husband were actually trying really hard to get pregnant. It took us 2.5 years. It was getting very upsetting and disappointing at first. But you know, everybody was telling me to not think about it. It was really hard not to when you're really trying to have a family. But you know, I decided that I was gonna work my butt off just to keep my mind off of everything. So I was pulling doubles and, you know, stuff like that. And while we were trying, several different things happened. I didn't realize that I was pregnant at first. One of the things were that I broke out in a really bad rash on my back. It was bumpy, you know, lots of lumps all over my back. It was so itchy. At the time I was vegan, I thought that it was the vegan shampoo I was trying. I thought I was having like an allergic reaction, so me and my husband decided, okay, you know what, stop using it. Maybe that's the problem, because for some reason every time I was using it I was so itchy. And then I started realizing that I wasn't it, because I was using it and it wasn't itchy, and then, you know, it wasn't it, so I ended up using the rest of it and whatnot. Another one was I know I was I had PCOS. Well, I have PCOS, and you know, that I found out maybe a year before I got pregnant. We had to figure out why I wasn't getting my period all the time. My period would go on months before it would come back. So I had to go figure out what was going on, because I didn't know when I was ovulating in order to become pregnant. So we went to go find out. I had a vaginal ultrasound done, and you know, I ended up having cysts all over my ovaries, and they told me basically that the first doctor basically told me that it was going to be very hard for me to get pregnant. So I was devastated. And then we ended up going to go see another doctor for a second opinion, and they were just telling me, you know, you got to keep on trying, that it might take, you know, more work than other people would have to, but eventually it might happen, because they felt that the cysts, there weren't that many cysts to be considered a like a issue at the time. So they did that, and they wanted me to try for at least a year, or was it 6? I think it was like about a year before they'll start a next thing, which would be giving me injections to give me more hormones in me, so I will be able to become fertile and whatnot. So I decided to download some apps. I did use a period tracker for a time. Let me see if I can find it real quick. This app kind of helped me out because I was able to put in when I would have my period, and let's see, and it would apparently I can't spell. Let's see. Okay, so this was the first one I started using, this little one with the flower on it. So I was using that, and basically you just put in when you received your period, when we were sexually active, and I think that was it. And then it'll tell me when I was ovulating. So I was using that for a time, and I started feeling like it wasn't working, so I got rid of that, and then I ended up downloading this one. And this is the one that I ended up finding out I was pregnant with. I obviously didn't receive my period for a few months, me brushing it off like it was nothing, and I didn't think much about it because I'm used to not having my period for a few months. So me and my husband were constantly taking pregnancy tests. He saw that I was getting very upset, and he told me to hold off for a while. So I did, and when I started getting those symptoms of me getting my period, that's when, you know, I started wondering, like, So, you know, my boobs were hurting, but no period was showing up. Started getting cramping, still no period showing up. So I decided that morning, because I was working my overnight shift, so I decided in the morning I was going to go pick up a pregnancy test, which I did after begging my husband. We got a digital one. We went home. I ended up not taking it just yet. I was a little nervous, so we decided to hold off. I went to sleep. When I woke up, when I really had to pee, I decided to go and take the test. I didn't think I was going to be pregnant, and it ended up coming back that I was, and I started crying. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was dreaming. I ran over to my husband. I woke him up. He was knocked out sleeping. I woke him up. I was like, babe, the test came back positive. We're pregnant, we're pregnant, we're pregnant. He's like, wait, what? He was like out of it because he was so tired. So he was like, I can't see what it says. What does it say? So I told him, it says that we're pregnant. So he was like, okay, okay, okay. So he wanted me to go take the other one, which I did. And it came out pregnant again. So then I was actually like reading the box, and it was saying how the digital ones, the words actually disappear after 6 months, which it did. And I think I was like 7-8 months pregnant when I realized that the words were gone. So after that time I took that test, I decided to go and take the regular ones with the red lines. So I took it, and sure enough, came back pregnant again. We even went out and got the 98-cent ones just as an experiment to make sure it works. And it did. It came back that I was pregnant too. So then we kept the other ones as a keepsake, and we just started preparing for the baby. I was working just regular full-time hours. I stopped working doubles and stuff like that because I was just so exhausted. As I started getting bigger and bigger, it was just like exhausting. That was actually another sign that I was pregnant. Way before the period issue, I think actually it was before I even got the rash, I was extremely, extremely tired. I would be sleeping for like 16 to 18 hours a day. Like, I was so tired, and I brushed it off because I was working so much. So I thought that it was just because, you know, I'm putting in all these hours, I'm just exhausted. My husband actually was the one who pointed it out, how tired I was. So, you know, I didn't really think of anything. I just thought it was because I was working so much. So that's what happened, and you know, we prepared for the baby is a whole lot. I was spending money all the time. But yeah, that's what happened. We ended up with our beautiful baby girl Esmeralda. But I think that's about it. When I make my next video, I'm going to talk about my labor story, and I might do another video before that. I'll talk about my like from my first month to 9 months of being pregnant, how it went. Cause since I didn't record for my daughter, I feel bad. So I'm just gonna talk about like how it went during my pregnancy. What was some stuff that I didn't like and things I did like. things like that. But yeah, I'll be back with some more videos. Take care, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.